Jesus who? Jesus Von Lebec. Let me get right into the breakdown. Let me get right into this. I'm not going to come with any deceptions, any falsehoods, any lies. Everything that I present to you is going to be straight document, straight facts. We're putting a puzzle together right here, okay? For the sake of our livelihood, our spiritual beings, our mental guides, and our focal points. There are several things that need to be aligned for us to get to our proper destinations. And if your mental capacity to know where you are and where you're going is not aligned, then there is no way possible for you to reach your destiny. I said that to say this. On the screen, you see a golden ship in the air, right? This ship is a person. By Admiralty law, this ship is a person, and this ship is named Jesus. Jesus of Lebec. Now, through maritime custom and later British and U.S. admiralty laws, as I discussed in previous section, ships were granted legal personhood. So when somebody asks you, was Jesus a real person, guess what? Through law, yes, Jesus was a true person. See what I'm saying? So they playing head games right here, man. So I'm trying to clarify this and give us all clarity. See, when they talking about a person in Jesus, guess what? They not lying to you. They are talking about a person. But this person they talking about is a ship. Understand what I'm saying to you. Not only is it a person, but it also in theory, right? In theory, and also, right, through a, let me get the right word, man, underlying mechanism for gain. Okay? Just like today, man, when you see somebody, it's called what? It's called what? A label. People have labels on their products, and that label is the name slash brand of that company. Truth be told, you all, we all are considered persons under this guideline, under the guideline of maritime's law. We are all considered persons. That's why you have a social security number, and that's why you have an identity card, an ID card. All of these things are documents, and if you look at a ship, as I'm explaining to you, a ship has the same documents as you and I. So this is something for you to look into. But this look deep is what we have to do. We have to look deep. We have to calm ourselves and stay focused and present the clear message. So in theory, y'all, this is what a nation of people have been entrapped. into. This is where I'm going. Watch where I'm going with this. I'm trying to show you what really is going on. Yes, Jesus is a person. And watch this. I'm going to come with some more juice to you. You know how they say Jesus walked on the Sea of Galilee? Man, watch this. I asked the question, what was the name of the sea that Jesus passed along? Jesus of Lebec was what I was asking. And it said this. The Sea of Galilee is called Lake Tiberias or Lake Gennesaret in the Gospels. All of these names refer to the same large body of water in northern Israel. It is about 13 miles long and 8 miles wide. Capernaum, Jesus' home base during much of his public ministry, is located on its shores. You see? So when they ask you, or when they say in the word in this book, did Jesus walk on the water? Yes, he did. Jesus, the ship, Jesus of Lebec, walked right across that water, y'all. Sure did. See, because this Jesus that I'm explaining to you with this maritime law, this Jesus is a person. And this Jesus did walk across the water. Sure did. So it's not that what they were saying is a lie. It's just your mindset is on something else. And this or his story is talking about something else. Let me show you a picture of this Jesus of Lebec. Now let's do the breakdown, and we ain't gonna play with it. Jesus of Lebec, okay? That's the name of this craft. Let me do the whole read, man. We ain't going nowhere. This is all about knowledge, and this is all about freedom, man, and try and break our people up off this ship, man. Right? Trying to get y'all off the boat. So listen, man, by factual, man. So all I'm gonna do is come at you with the raw. Jesus of Lebec was a correct. All right, that's a type of ship. That's a type of boat. That's a type of craft built in the free city of Lebec in the early 16th century, right? Jesus of Lebec on the Anthony Road. That's what this picture is right here. You dig? So peep game, man. Here we go. History. Free city of Lebec. Name Jesus von Lebec. Alright. Von Lebec. We got to be on top of this. This is real. Really about this knowledge and trying to understand a few things that's hidden in plain sight. Then here it is. You at the right spot, man. This is what we doing. You want the sermon for real, the breakdown? Come on. Let's get it. Peep game. Jesus of Lebec acquired C 1540. Fate. Here's what happened to this ship. Listen. Captured off San Juan de Ulua, 23, September 1568. All right. Now let's hold the boat right there. Okay. So we identified some facts about the personhood of this ship. This ship is a person. All right. No ifs, ands, buts about it. This ship is a person. Jesus von Lebec. So we got to understand what the mission is with the ship. We got to understand the mission. What is the mission? And who's carrying out the mission? So what we find out is that And then what we do know that is every ship got a captain, right? So let's peep game, man. Let's see who this captain is. Here's what we know. John Hawkins. Okay? That's the man's name. John Hawkins. Hawkins pioneered and was an early promoter of English involvement in the Atlantic slave trade. He was considered to be the first English merchant to profit from the triangle trade. The first. This is the very first. Selling enslaved people from Africa to the Spanish colonies in the West Indies in the late 16th century. Facts. So peep this, man, too, man. Look at the photo. So you see over his head, I put up there. I put that up there. Fishers of men. Then underneath you see pirate and slave trader. When you see or hear these words, bells and alarms should be going off. Fishers of men. That means he's on the hunt to entrap and to enslave. You see? So, with that thought in mind, now I'm going to take you from this physical that you're looking at, as far as, because I'm trying to get you to make the transition from the physical now to the spiritual. Now we're going to get spiritual on you, right? So, when the ship ceased, the physical ship, Jesus von Lebec, when that ship ceased, okay, and was captured and destroyed, a way of life was captured and destroyed. People's means to gain was destroyed when that ship, or when that person, Jesus von Lebec, when Jesus was captured, people's monies and pockets, they felt that. They felt that. So if you don't have the physical ship, now what do you have to do? You got to create what? An entity. Now we got the entity, quote unquote, person, Jesus. We're going to resurrect that. If that ship go down, then we'll resurrect the ship, right? And we'll continue the storyline in person of, now we got this ship looking like a person to people who don't know what's really going on. And you hearing this story, and you all on a boat that you don't know nothing about. Jesus von Lebec. They got you all on the boat. But it ain't over. Because you got to understand now in your mental that this was a slave ship. And if they ain't got the ship to transport the slaves, guess what they got now? They got the story. And the question is, have you bought into the story that you don't know nothing about, and they got you on this boat? Now watch this. On this boat that you own, these religious waters that you riding upon, right? Because that's where you at. You in the sea of religion. That's where you find this boat sailing at. In the sea of religion. Now you got to get over into religion to get on to this boat. And that's where you have willingly found yourself on Jesus von Lebec. Jesus is coming back for you. See, when the boat went down, they said, we're going to keep this story going. It's a lot of twists to it, and it could be a reach, but I'm reaching to save your soul. I'm reaching to save your pockets. I'm reaching to save you from destruction. I'm reaching to save you from wolves in sheep's clothing. I'm reaching to save you from drowning in a sea of debt and destruction. I'm reaching to save you from giving a preacher all your money when you should be saving that same 10% and putting it in the bank and saving for future situations and occurrences. That's what I'm reaching for. See, here's what you got to ask yourself about me, about the deliverer of the message. What has this guy got to gain? This message has been given to you literally for free. Literally, this is my time that I'm investing to get you the message, to get you off the boat that is in the sea of religion. Get off the boat of Jesus von Lebec. Jesus is a person, yes, and that Jesus had been resurrected, yes, and Jesus is in the clouds, yes, the clouds of your mind, and your mind is cloudy, and you got a brother who trying to reach and grab and pull you out of them clouds. Get off the boat. Your money that you have, your literal cash in your hand that you are willingly handing it over to an entity that has been selling for centuries and centuries and centuries, and the ancestors are saying, get off the boat. You're going to have to get away from this. There is no worse investment than religion. It's an illusion. It's based on tales, fables, and lies. Okay? And really, it's not so much lies that it's based on, it's the hidden agendas that's throwing you off. If you knew the real story about this boat, okay, well, it just be a story to you about Jesus von Lebec and the commission of the Queen of England upon this boat to do slave work. And you keep on about Jesus coming back. Yeah, you better hope he don't. You better hope you don't see this ship coming down in the sky. But guess what? You might see it because they keep playing this game with this Anunnaki and all this elusive this. They going to pull a ship on y'all so quick out of the sky. Get what this ship going to be named? Jesus. I promise you. But what I'm trying to do, man, is really just, man, wake people up, man, and get them to do what I do. And that's research. This is all about love. This is all about, hey, man, open up your mind, reach out, and save your family, man. Keep that money, put it in the bank, and watch it grow. Or invest it in a business that you care about. Other than that, get off the ship right now.